What's up, y'all? You're watching Union Minded. I'm your host, Eric, and today is day three of the EWMC conference. Now, for those of you who haven't watched or learned about the EWMC just yet, I need you to know that inside of the IBEW, there is an organization that exists at 44 local unions. Now, the IBEW has a whole lot of local chapters, unions, local unions. 44 of those have EWMC chapters that were formed in those locals. I'm fortunate because Local 26, the local that I'm a member of, has an EWMC chapter. Now, what is the EWMC? It is the Electrical Workers Minority Caucus. The Electrical Workers Minority Caucus is a caucus within the IBEW that has been pushing for change. It has been pushing for inclusion. It has been pushing ideas on how to get women's into the trades. It's been pushing ideas on how to make things more equitable for everybody. And it is an advocacy group. It is a community outreach group. And in my view, it is absolutely the pulse and the heartbeat that drives the IBEW. It's this conference this year, we celebrate our 50 years. 50 years. And Miss Robbie Sparks and a handful of other electricians 50 years ago had the courage to go to the International Convention and demand representation. And their work and their legacy continues on to this day. And it really is a great organization. But let me tell you about day three. That's a quick recap on what the EWMC is. So day three, we had our workshops. We had our workshops. These were classes that you're able to attend um, on a wide variety of topics. Me, myself, I went to the parliamentary procedure class where you can learn how to present a motion on the floor of your local union meeting. You learn what the different maneuvers are according to Robert's rules. You learn the language that's used when a party that is in opposition to your motion attempts to derail your motion. There's particular language that is used. And we learned basically a good bit about parliamentary procedures because union meetings are run according to Robert's Rules of Order. And so it was a really, really, really awesome class. It was headed up by Sister Fowler, and she did an amazing job answering our questions and really being informative in her presentation. After that, we had a nice little lunch, and then I took my second class. And mind you, there's like 10 different classes you could take. The second class I took was how to counter propaganda and bring folks back into the truth. And it was taught by Mark McDermott, um, an activist who's been at this for 50 years, running around the country, teaching people how to combat disinformation, misinformation, and propaganda. Propaganda is a tool that has been used for centuries. Um, it's gotten better and more effective as technology has changed, but the theories behind it have not changed that much. And Mark McDermott held a workshop where we learned different ways of communicating and um, talking to the opposition, the opposite view of whatever it is you're trying to talk to, whether they are anti-union, whether um, they're anti-vax, whatever it might be, how to be more of effective in kind of flipping the narrative because owners and folks in high places that want to maximize profits tend to use propaganda to keep the working poor and the working people divided up. And this class helped to provide tools to combat that. And that was a wonderful class. Walked out of there a little bit more confident in tactics on how to talk to folks effectively. Um, I thanked both those instructors after their courses, and I let them know how much they are helping me, and I hope that I'm able to go out into the world and help someone else, you know. So after that, we had dinner, and dinner was awesome. And then there was the awards gala, and it was a beautiful affair where everybody came out there dressed to the nines, looking good, feeling good, and we got a chance to really commune for like the last evening, before we head back to our prospective towns and locals to spread the information to try to keep and continue affecting change. And what I can tell you as an end result is that this conference serves like a battery charger. Not only do you get great information, but you also get re-inspired because the work of being a trade unionist, the work of really caring and being involved, that work is exhausting. It's thankless. There's very few folks that come up to you and say, "Hey, thank you for everything you do." You're not going to hear it often. That's just a sad truth. And a lot of times it's lonely work because you got to get buy-in and everybody's busy. Everybody's got something else to do until they need you. You know what I mean? And so this conference always serves as a recharge and a boost, to help us press forward for the following year. And I am so grateful, to Miss Robbie Sparks and the rest of the founders for their work and what they started 50 years ago. And I'm leaving here just inspired to continue to fight. I can tell you that a lot of times you start to feel run down, but it's little moments, little events like these, little interactions with siblings that you meet that really let you know your work is worthwhile and really let me know that I'm moving in the correct direction and I need to continue on this path. I hope that if you're coming across this video and you're a part of a local union that does not have an EWMC chapter, that you decide to take it on to create one. You only need 5 members to have a charter. 5 members. That's it. It's not that hard. There's no reason we should only have 44 locals that have EWMC chapters. So let's grow this movement, this labor movement. Let us continue this fight to raise the tide for all working people so that we can all have a better quality life and live up to those objectives of having a higher standard of citizenship. My name's Eric. You're watching Union Minded. Remember that the fight is not left and right, it is up and down. It's going to take solidarity to win always. Each one teach one, get out there and reach one. And remember, there can be no union without you and I front and center.